he turned off the PC.
He the Switch and the PC went.
Yeah, no, he just went to the plug. He just went to like the extension cord and yanked it out the wall.
He
like,
ran down to his circuit breaker and banged it.
What the fuck is that shit? In all honesty, I've never seen that before as well. Like,
it's so funny. I've seen it before, but it's been a while since I've seen it in an actual match.
Oh my
That was
god, yo.
beautiful. That was art.
Oh, like, so you need to go to the Isabel Discord and just be like, how do I SDI out of this, please?
It's really hard too. That's the thing. It doesn't look hard, but it's actually like low-key, like he's walking forward for like a single frame, and then
Wait, is it like single frame links?
It's not like single, like you have to walk forward for like a couple frames and then press A again, and it's very tight because obviously like you can just hold shield and like get out frame 1, right? Like every character in the game can do that. So it's very tight. You have to jab and then walk forward very slightly, and then jab, 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 and then walk forward very slightly and keep it going.
That was absolutely amazing. Oh my god. Alex, I'm sorry it had to happen to you. I'm sorry. like, I would not wish that upon my worst enemies. Like, the Wobble. On stream as well. Oh. On stream.
That is why Xhaka is the #1 seed. He knows his gimmicks.
Oh, Jack is #1 seed. Oh, of course Jack is #1 seed.
Alright, I think we're watching... I'm not sure if it's SkWiirrel or Fairy Seal, or if we're having Xhaka on stream again.
I would not mind that.
I think it might be... are you ready for Duck Hunt versus Shulk? No, shut up. So the thing you have as Duck Hunt is that you have a lot of like projectiles that can kind of interrupt the flow of Shulk, especially online because of your.
Oh yeah, okay, I love this Duck Hunt.
You have to swing preempt. This is my bad. This all right. Okay, fine. Don't play Duck Hunt then. Play me a brawler. Sure.
Sword fighter, Jackie, come on, get your head in the game.
My bad. I thought he was playing the good one. My bad.
No. Hey. Yo, shoutouts me Sword Fighter with the Travis Touchdown skin. That was my #1 pick for DLC. And it got turned into. It wasn't even Smash Bros. X No More Heroes. It was Smash Bros. X Travis.
Yeah, because they couldn't do No More Heroes.
They couldn't do No More Heroes. I was so sad.
The ESOB like regulations or whatever.
Anyway, enough of that. Back into this game, and there we are. The smash art online for a second, and all Fairy Seal had to do was hit one at up air.
I was gonna say, like, if you are SkWiirrel, I can kind of understand this. Like, you don't really want to play. You don't want to play Duck Hunt because of speed art, basically.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. Like, gimmick, set up your little TNT box. Set up your man with the gun. I don't even know what it's called, the down B. But, you know, you can't really do that when you have Shulk coming in with speed out all the time.
Yeah, this is C2 versus C3, by the way.
Oh, wow. So is it literally just projected bracket, just throughout the entirety of top 8?
Not entirely, like, but most of the top 8 have gone through, like, pretty spot-free.
Yeah.
I'd have to double check some others, because I think Celise might have been projected to do better. You have to keep in mind, like, Olex probably wasn't projected to beat Charlie at. No, actually, no, they were. Charlie at beat, Foster Golden. And Foster Golden was seed 9. I don't know. Something like that, like, because if you're seed 8, you might be projected to be down in the loser's side top 8, but I guess he's...
Oh, yeah, I get that. Wow!
Yeah, whatever. We're in top 8 proper now. We've had mostly projected so far. Fairy Seal is sweeping a little bit. This counter pick is interesting, but I think it needs work, which is fine. You know, this is where you come to practice. This is midweek drills. Yes. We practice. We drill.
Exactly. We drill.
We drill. We SK. We drill.
Shut up. That was horrible. You know. Why did he take a stock after that? You didn't just power the man up with that, did you? The horrible pun has powered SkWiirrel up.
That is what SkWiirrel needed. More bad puns.
Oh my god.
Guys about to pump Eminem's Revival, like right now.
Oh,
Do you see what I mean? The power The pun power up!
No, Jackie! You can't do that! That's cheating!
Mid-set coaching! Mid-set
No,
coaching!
it's not mid-set
Alright,
coaching.
his double jump's gone. His double jump's gone. That's it.
Ferry still takes game 1 after Jackie pulls out the joke book and starts chanting some eldritch spell to power SkWiirrel up. Like, what the hell was that? As soon as you start making the jokes, he starts getting powerful.
The comedic power-up. You need to stop taking the game so seriously. You just laugh a little bit, you'll have fun.
I think that's why they went me sword fight. Like,
okay.
that Mew was nice though. I like the bear head. The bear head was a nice touch. Also the Lloyd Irving clothes.
Yeah, the bands being FD, Yoshi's, and Kalos, which
Why does
I kind of...
Okay, everybody's banned Yoshi's, like, that I've ever played in every tournament ever. Like, I don't think I've ever played on Yoshi's once.
Unless you're certain, like, polarizing character. Basically, a lot of characters have some absolute war crimes on Yoshi's story. So, a lot of people will ban it just in case. Because if it, like, keep in mind, you're playing, maybe you haven't asked for somebody's character pick yet, and you leave Yoshi's open, and the person you're playing is a Donkey Kong, or a Mario, or, I don't know, like, a Donkey Kong, a Mario, a Mii Brawler, like, okay,
the Duck Hunt's coming
the
out.
counter pick's not working, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for the real moment, the real matchup.
Oh, and there we are.
Yeah, the thing that I was going to say initially is that the advantage that you have is you've got a lot of buttons you can kind of throw out preemptively, kind of interrupt Shulk's flow a bit. And you can use those to kind of keep Shulk guessing, make sure that he can't swing preemptively as much. You can see SkWiirrel using that. He's basically sitting at mid-range with Can, and then using Can as his fake sword. Like, he runs away, he sets up Can, and then he gets to use Can as a sword, or he'll throw out Frisbee, because Shulk can't clank with projectiles, really. Like, he just doesn't have the frame data for it. What an edge guard. SkWiirrel is showing Fairy Seal some levels right now, and just absolutely dominating here. Just, again, all these preemptive hitboxes, making sure that Fairy Seal can't swing as much as he'd otherwise like to. Bit of a misinput there with the smash art.
Picking it right back up now with that speed out. Trying to get in like we were saying earlier, but it just seems like Fairy Seal can't really get that in that well. Even with the Speedman auto.
Well, the thing is that if you can wait out speed, like, how long does Shulk have to wait before he gets speed again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you see a lot of Shulk mains, when they theorize about, like, optimal Monado management or whatever, optimal resource management, they're basically acting like they can have the right art for every situation, but they can't, because if you're in the same situation twice in a row, like, what do, right? You can't have the same art again. And it's not that hard to force Shulk into the same position twice in a row. And that's what we saw SkWiirrel doing, just like camping, force him into speed art to try and get in, and then keep out speed art, and then keep him away longer because he doesn't have speed art.
Yes, and I love how we're explaining how bad Shulk is right now. They are currently winning the game.
We're not explaining how bad Shulk is, we're just like, Shulk is a very good character with some underrated flaws, and Duck Hunt can exploit some of them, even though the matchup probably is not winning.
Yeah, I mean, this Duck Hunt's a really weird character. Like, I don't really like...
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, is there any matchups that you just go instantly, oh yeah, Duck Hunt kills them?
Are there any matchups that Duck Hunt destroys? Probably characters who suck at approaching. I can imagine Duck Hunt, like, clowning on Ganon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Duck Hunt has some ability
no. Counterpoint, who doesn't clown on Ganon?
Good point. Okay, so the real thing with Duck Hunt is that because his projectiles are health-based, characters that have other projectiles, especially charge shots, or just characters who rely on, like, other zoners, he's pretty good at dealing with. So, like, he's pretty good at dealing with, like... What's a good example of, like Samus? Because Samus has to get, like, very close to full charge shot to actually start eating through Frisbee, and like, Can just doesn't get eaten at all. So, it's very difficult for certain zoners to like get around some of the stuff. He's an anti-zoner as much as he's also a zoner. Like if you struggle getting in as well, you're also gonna suck. But if you struggle getting in, you're a bad character. So.
Those men are also saying probably low tiers. Yeah, that's basically the point. Just like Duck Hunt clowns on characters that already get clowned on incredibly well.
Yeah, like if you're slow, like the only relevant slow character really is Incineroar. Maybe a few others, but like I guess I wouldn't be surprised if Duck Hunt beat like maybe Shotos or maybe Kazuya. But that would be like our big stretch. Because again, his projectiles just beat out like Terry Ken Ryu's projectiles pretty easily. And obviously Kazuya's projectiles aren't real. So yeah. Maybe he does well. Fairy Seal cleaning up. That was clutch towards the end. He's just going to take it. And yeah, SkWiirrel struggling a little bit to find an answer to that matchup, but I do think that he should stick with Duck Hunt because he seemed to be doing better the second time around.
I was firmly believing that like SkWiirrel did have that game for like a long period of time.
Yeah.
Just like Fairy Seal is just, you know, as we've seen in so many European boot camps, that they're so good at just coming back and just getting back into the game.
Alright, Fairy Seal sitting in winners finals with Jaka and Eodis in the other winners semis.